We'll continue with the 11th standard economics, a second lesson, ordinal analysis and the ordinal utility approach, Hikes and Allen, indifference curve analysis. First, this was given by F. W. Edworth, English economics, and Wilfredo Pareto, Italian economics. Criticize utility cannot be measured. Utility means want, whatever we are getting satisfaction using a goods, no, that cannot be measured exactly, but it can be measured 1 2 3, like the ranked manner it can be measured. So Edward Worth first developed this one as a consumer behavior as an indifference curve approach in the 1881, like he has a design. Then after that in 1906 la Wilfredo Pareto modified and gave Edward the approach. Again J.R. Hikes and R.D.G. Allen redefined indifference curve approach in the 1934 la he defined. After that, J. Hacks has written the book Value and Capital. In that book, he has given the final shape as an indifference curve analysis. So, final output of this is in the book. The J. R. Hikes and R. J. D. Allen only gave this indifference curve in the 1934. So, next is a schedule of a preference. Schedule of a preference means a consumer will get a maximum of satisfaction using the combination of two commodities or goods. When he gets the maximum satisfaction, that satisfaction should be arranged in the uh, ranking order, first, second, like that. So if I get more satisfaction first, less than a maximum means a second one, lesser satisfaction third one, like that. I have to arrange in a that combination of goods level of satisfaction. I have to arrange in ranked manner. So if I am arranging in that ranked manner is called as a scale of preference. For assumption is first assumption is the consumer should get a maximum satisfaction. Second one is it should be arranged in a 1 2 3 ranked manner, like ordinal number. Next, it should be have a diminishing marginal rate of substitute. If I'm having a if I'm using toothpaste, mean in that substitute should be there. If this is toothpaste illana, next I have to go, like that the substitute should be there. Next is if it's I'm using three commodity goods, I have to compare. இப்போ toothpaste la Colgate, Pepsodent, Bubble it is there, means which is better from Colgate to Pepsodent better, from Pepsodent to Bubble better, I have to compare and see. So it should be compared A to B, B to C, C to A, like that you have to compare. Next, indifferent schedule. Indifferent schedule means this combination we have to get maximum satisfaction. That should be arranged in a table. See there the table, apple, orange is there. Apple also is given, orange also is given. So this should be this is arranged in the indifferently, that is where the consumer did not find any difference there. So that means a consumer get a maximum satisfaction only. He should not get neither a better off or a worst off using that combination. He has to choose and he have to get a maximum satisfaction in that. So you can see the indifference curve. You can map, you can diagram, you can see there. There is apple and orange is there. Apple if I use a 1 means orange if I use it 20 means I'll get a maximum satisfaction of R. Next, apple if I use it 2, orange if I use it 15 means I'll get a maximum satisfaction of S. So this R, S, T, U, V meeting point is called as locus point. That meeting point only you will get a maximum of satisfaction. That curve only is called as an indifference curve. So this where that R, S, T, U meets T, U, V meets, no, that is called as indifference curve. IC will call it as. Next is called indifference map. So combination of a indifference curve, many combination of a indifference, that is a set of a collection of a indifference curve is called as a indifference sum. Many should be there. Combination of a Pepsodent and in that paste combination should be there, soap combination should be there, a TV combination, like that set of a combination of a, or a collection of a indifference curve is called as a indifference map. Next, it should be have a marginal rate of substitute. That means the maximum why this consumer is ready to give the one product to get a more of satisfaction, that is called as a substitute. So he is ready to give a one product and buying other product to get a more satisfaction. No? That is called as a marginal rate of substitute. For that, formula will be tangent of y divided by tangent of x. So if it's in the price elasticity demand also, it is same, it will come tangent of y divided by tangent of x. Next, indifference curve properties. First property, that means first condition it should be there, means indifference curve must have a negative slope. Negative slope means which denotes a quantity of commodity y decreases, means quantity of x commodity in opposite direction. இப்போ y decrease ஆச்சுன்னா, இப்போ apple satisfaction decrease ஆச்சுன்னா orange satisfaction will go increase. அதான் meaning. Y decreases means x increases, opposite direction should be there. So it should have a same level of satisfaction. Next, you can see there slopes down. Next, indifference curve or convex in origin. Convex is origin means if I get a lesser satisfaction, means lesser satisfaction, curve will come down. If I have a more satisfaction, means curve will go up. You can see in the diagram here, in the B point, that red color line coming in the down B point, no? If I am getting a lesser satisfaction, means the curve will come down. So next product, if I have a more satisfaction, means that blue color line will go up. So according to your satisfaction, the curve will go up or down. Next, indifference curve do not touch each other horizontally or vertical axis. That means if I buy the two product only, it can touch. If I am only product, I'm monomanizing, that means only one product only the consumer is buying, means he is not interested to go for a substitute or a choice, means at that time it won't touch. Next is a price line or a budget line. Price line, budget line means the purchasing power of an individual. Purchasing power, how it will come? If you have a more income, means his purchasing power will be more. If you have a less income, means you have a less purchasing power. இப்போ income நிறைய இருந்தால் தான் அவன் நிறைய வாங்க முடியும். அப்போ purchasing power நிறைய இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். இப்போ லெஸ் இன்கம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அவன் பர்ச்சேஸ் எதுவுமே வாங்க முடியாது, கொஞ்சம் தான். அப்போ பர்ச்சேசிங் பவர் லெஸ். ஸோ அக்கார்டிங் டு இஸ் இன்கம் only he can buy the goods. According to the income only he can see the price of a goods. If it's affordable to buy, அவனால் வாங்க முடியுமா அந்த goods வாங்குவான், இல்லைன்னா இல்லை. ஸோ that the money, income and the price level is called as a budget line. You can see the red line, that is called as a budget line. Next is see consumer equilibrium. So consumer equilibrium means using my income. That means budget line is there, no? That is blue color line. You can see the straight line, tangent line, it is then slopes, no? That is called as a budget line. So in that line, that is the income line, my salary. In that income, I have to get more satisfaction using the two commodity. Means அந்த காசை வச்சு எந்த பொருளை வாங்கினா எனக்கு நிறைய satisfaction வரும், அதுதான். So where that curve meets in the tangent line, that is called as equilibrium. I should get a equal satisfaction using my income and buying the product. So this is all about the lesson 2. Thank you.